What's up, YouTube? I don't got a lot of views, but I'm gonna say what's up to whoever watch. Back with some football talk. We're gonna do week two of the NFL 2018 NFL season. We're gonna do picks for point spread and straight up, and yeah, we'll see. We're probably gonna have some differentiating picks. So
We're gonna do point spread and then straight up with every game, and then move on to the next game.
we're gonna do straight up, and then we're gonna say if we think they're gonna cover the spread.
Okay.
All right. Introduce yourself, big guy.
I'm Marshall. We're brothers,
Yeah.
and he knows his picks are gonna suck, so he needs the expert's picks.
Oh,
Here we go.
All right, so tonight we got the Ravens, Baltimore Ravens, and the Cincinnati Bengals.
Easy pick.
Straight up, who you taking?
Ravens.
Yeah, I'm taking the Ravens too. The spread is negative. It's -1 for the Ravens, so
Ravens will win.
yeah,
By
the Ravens will win.
Okay. Take
So
them down the spread.
take them to cover that. They're definitely going to win by more than one. I think, honestly, I think it's going to be a close game, but I don't think it's going to be close within like 1 point close, maybe like within one possession.
It's hard to win a game by 1 point.
Yeah, it is.
So
And I think it's going to probably be, it could be, I could see it being a one possession game, only because of the fact that it's a divisional game and Cincinnati's at home. But I know the Ravens played the Bills, who are probably the worst team when it comes to talent in the league last week, but they look phenomenal, dude.
they still play well.
Yeah,
and
they look
Flacco
crazy.
doesn't look as shit as he usually does.
He looked amazing.
So that's good.
He had like 200 plus yards and like 2 touchdowns in the first half.
I hope he shits the bed. I want Lamar Jackson to come up, but let's get that W.
I think this is going to be a great season for Flacco, actually, because he's got that pressure with Lamar Jackson. So that's why I'm taking him. The Ravens defense is going to stifle that Bengals offense. The Bengals defense is decent. You got Dunlap and Atkins, and
So, Pac-Man Jones?
I think he's still there. They're decent, but I don't think that they're going to be able to handle the weapons that the Ravens have brought in with Crabtree, Willie Snead, John Brown, and now Alex Collins is Baldwin. So looking good for the Ravens. All right, and we got moving on to the Sunday picks. Carolina Panthers at Atlanta Falcons. Who are you taking straight up?
I was going back and forth with this one all week. Right now, I'm thinking Falcons. I think Julio Jones will be too much.
Thinking Falcons?
I think Falcons.
I think Julio's gonna be too much. Yeah, honestly, I'm thinking the Panthers are gonna win that game because of their defense and the way that Matt Ryan looked in Week 1. I know Philly's offense was amazing, but it wasn't even, to me, it wasn't even the fact that Philly. Hey, Mom.
Technical difficulty.
Can I wash the dishes after we're done this video? I'll wash the dishes. Oh, okay. It's all good. Well, yeah, I just think that the Matt Ryan was, even when he had time in the pocket, he was just looking sloppy. Like he threw up basically a floater that was 5 yards behind Julio in the end zone that was picked. He couldn't connect with anybody in the red zone.
Yeah, but they also playing a really good defense in the Eagles.
Yeah, the Eagles' defense was looking great, but I just feel like even when Matt Ryan had time, he wasn't. He was getting sacked too much. He wasn't moving.
Mm-hmm. Luke Kuechly's gonna stuff the runs. The run's not gonna be a big effect. Not gonna be much run game.
Especially Freeman. Freeman's
He's out right now, right?
like he's questionable. So I'm taking Panthers straight up, and the Falcons are favored by 6. So do you think they're going to cover that? You think that
I don't see Carolina win.
you see the Falcons winning by 7 or more?
No. I see a close game. So I would say don't take the
So
spread.
you think Carolina's going to cover that plus
Carolina
6
will cover
spread?
the spread. Yeah, Carolina will cover the spread.
All right, I think that too. I think Carolina will cover the spread. It'll be within 6, and I also think Carolina's going to win straight up. All right, we're on to the Browns at the Saints.
Saints.
Yeah, Saints. That one doesn't even really need much explaining. Yeah, the Browns look better than they usually do.
But there's a wide spread. Maybe take Browns to cover the spread.
Yeah, the spread's -9 for the Saints.
I would take that spread. Browns to cover it.
Yeah, you
look
take
good.
that?
They look
Their
good.
defense looked really good.
And Tyrod didn't play terrible. He Threw 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, I would take that spread too. I think the even I'm going to take that spread just because of the Browns defense. Denzel Ward won. He was I'm pretty sure the AFC rookie of the week or something like that. Well, he was on some top 5 lists. It's rated the number 1 rookie in the NFL after week 1 with 2 picks, and they weren't just like picks where Big Ben made bad throws. Like his first pick, he was playing like 5 yards to the left near the sideline. Big Ben made a throw, and he dove, and it was great. He read that.
He said though, Big Ben always plays down to the Browns. I don't know what it is. He always plays shit against the Browns.
Yeah, he does actually.
So,
it's true.
I don't
It's
know.
division.
But I still would take the Browns to cover.
Myles Garrett looked great in the pass rush. They just looked like they had a good defense, and I think that like the New Orleans defense looked horrible.
Yeah.
And I was thinking they were going to look really good,
Yeah.
but they looked horrific. Like Marshawn Lattimore was getting burnt,
No one
destroyed.
Will Smith.
Will
Will
Smith,
Smith.
he pretty sure he retired almost like 10 years
Who's the
ago.
DN they have there?
Cameron Jordan.
Cameron Jordan. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, I don't really
There was
know.
no pass rush.
Yeah, there was nothing. They got shredded by Ryan Fitzpatrick and the boys, so I think that the Browns will cover that
I'm
spread.
saying correctly. It's Fitzmagic.
Fitzmagic, yeah. The +9 spread for the Browns, take that. I could see it being a close game. Chiefs at the Steelers.
Tough game. I got the Steelers to win it, and I would say
The spread is -4. Steelers are favored.
take the Browns to cover the spread.
You mean the Chief?
Sorry, yeah, I think the Chiefs cover the spread.
Really?
I don't know, man. Our Steelers didn't impress me at all last week. No Le'Veon Bell. I know that backup went well, but like he's targeted now. People know he can run the ball. He's not going to do that again this week.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Mahomes didn't look as bad as I thought he would.
He looked great, actually.
And
Tyreek Hill also made him look.
Tyreek Hill was balling.
I mean, I'm a Chargers fan, but I can't lie.
Hunt played well. Kareem Hunt played well.
Yeah.
Andy Reid always starts out the season well. I would say the Chiefs are going to cover the spread.
But Steelers straight up?
Steelers will take the win.
I think Steelers straight up, and I honestly think the Steelers will cover that -4 spread. So I think they'll win by 5 or more. Reason being, Kansas City got shredded by Phillip Rivers and the boys. He threw for 425 yards. But Big Ben has Antonio Brown. Big Ben has Juju Smith-Schuster. Big Ben has Jesse James.
You think that's better receiving core than you guys got over there in
Well-
LA? Keenan Allen isn't as good as AB.
But yeah, I know the second, third, fourth. Yeah, I know. But okay. If Tyrell Williams, the reason the Chargers lost because Travis Benjamin dropped 2 touchdown passes.
Yeah.
Tyrell Williams dropped a touchdown pass.
Cut them.
They fumbled a punt.
Cut them.
They've
drop
proven
them.
that they're good though. If Tyrell Williams, who is a good player, and Travis Benjamin, who is a good player, can shred them like that, their secondary, what is AB and Juju gonna do?
It's true. Yeah, it's true.
You know?
Yeah. It's fair.
Even if you would argue Tyrell is better than Juju, which it's debatable. What is AB gonna do?
He's averaging 200-yard games.
Big Ben is gonna throw for close to 400, and Antonio Brown's gonna have close to 150, maybe more, maybe 2 touchdowns. They're gonna shred that KC secondary.
So what do you say if the spread?
Spread. Take the Steelers -4. They should beat them by 5 or more. I think that's what I'm taking.
Next one's pretty easy for me.
Colts at Redskins. Who you taking straight up?
Skins straight up. Skins to beat them by. They take on the -6. They'll beat them by at least a touchdown.
Yeah, -6 spread for the Skins. I'm taking the Skins straight up. They look really good. AP looked like he had a little resurgence. Alex Smith looked good.
All out.
That defense was crushing. Held them to what, like 6 points?
Yeah. Jordan Reed looked as healthy. He's playing well.
And they have Vernon Davis. It's awesome when you have 2 vertical threats on tight end. You can line them up however you want. They're matchup nightmares. I've got Skins straight up and Skins to cover that -6 spread. The Colts look better than I thought they would look. Their offense did. Their defense got lit up by the Bengals. Lackluster offense.
Yes.
So
We agree on.
I agree on both of those. Oakland Raiders and Denver Broncos. And just FYI, we're using the Vegas odds, and this was as of like 9-10 hours ago, and 7:43 p.m. on Thursday night.
So I don't know if they've changed, just so you guys know. But
This
yes,
is an interesting one here.
Raiders Broncos, yes, divisional game.
So I got the Broncos to win. It's gonna be a low scoring game, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And spread is a -6 for Denver. I don't see them beating them by 6 points. The Raiders looked pretty solid last week. But Denver always plays well at home, and they got that defense, so they're not gonna. It's gonna be a low scoring game. I don't see them winning by 6 points. Maybe like a field goal or something.
The Broncos?
Yeah. Take the Raiders to cover the spread.
But Broncos straight up?
Yeah.
I got Broncos straight up, and honestly, yeah, I think the Raiders will cover the +6 spread.
Marshawn Lynch looked pretty good last week.
But if I was betting, yeah, he did. He looked decent, better than last year. Probably a better game he had all of last year, except for maybe week 1 of last year. But if I was a betting man, honestly, I would only bet on this game on like a parlay, straight up, because I'm so unsure about that +6 spread for the Raiders. I don't know if they'll cover it. If I had to choose, I would say they would. Just because Case Keenum threw 3 picks and he showed that, he had a great season last year. He also threw for 300-something yards and 3 touchdowns, but he's given a lot of chances away. You know what I mean?
He's still Case Keenum, but it's just Case Keenum.
They don't really have a great running game yet. That Philip Lindsay guy had a few good plays. He went off. But you really expect him to be their workhorse back? No.
But look at how they held teams last year with Trevor Siemian. So, Case Keenum is definitely a step up from Trevor Siemian.
Way better than Siemian.
But he's still shit blocks. Probably still one of the worst starters in the league.
Don't sleep on that Denver defense. They're back. They're back to like 2 years ago Denver defense. That defense is looking great. Yeah, they got a lot of points scored on them. Not a lot. It was like 24, 23. But Von Miller with 3 sacks. Come on now, man. That pass rush is crazy. Bradley Chubb on the other side. Straight up Denver. If I had to put money on, if I had to bet Raiders +6, but I wouldn't bet on that. Just because for 2.5 quarters last week on Monday night, the Raiders did look pretty good. And then all of a sudden, David Carr decided to throw, 2 or 3 picks in the third and fourth quarter?
That dude, man. I think he's Derek Carr. He's turned into his older brother.
Oh, my. Then we got Chargers. Los Angeles Chargers at the Buffalo Bills. Both 0-1.
We don't really need to go over this. So Chargers will slap them, and they'll beat them by more than 7 points. Take them to cover the spread.
It's a -7 spread. Yeah, Chargers will win. I'm a Chargers fan. I'm not being biased. But the Bills, they're starting Josh Allen now. I mean, he's a rookie quarterback, and you have Melvin Ingram coming out in his face. He's going to have to throw against the best secondary in the league as of last season. I know they got lit up, but
don't be surprised if Peterman finds his way back into the game.
Yeah, Allen. I feel like he's gonna have a rude awakening.
Tough game to start.
This isn't Wyoming. This is NFL playing against Casey Hayward and the boys. Chargers, straight up. Chargers will cover the -7 spread easily.
Philly at Tampa.
Yes.
No one's gonna agree with me. I don't think on a minute watch of this.
Well, the odds makers only have it as a -3 favorite for Philly, so some people probably do.
So I have Tampa to win, and I don't think they'll win by more than 3. I think it's going to be a fairly low-scoring game. I don't know. It's hard to say because they have really good offensive bad defense.
Tampa?
Yeah. Philly just didn't look great last week at all. Their defense played well. But I think Tampa will pull it off, win by like a point or 2. So take Philly to cover the spread, but Tampa will win.
No, you take Tampa to cover the spread. Because if you took Philly to cover the spread, then you'd have Philly winning by 4.
Yeah, okay, my bad. Tampa to cover the spread.
Because they're +3. It's Tampa. I got Philly straight up. And I have Philly to cover that -3 spread because probably be a closer game than a lot of people think. But I don't trust Fitzmagic to be Fitzmagic 2 weeks in a row. Probably be more like Fitz free agent.
I'm telling you, he's gonna be. He's taking Jameis' spot, man. Jameis is done.
I wouldn't say he's done. Even if Fitzmagic kills it this season, Jameis. There's a lot of teams that use a Jameis. And Jameis is better than Blake Bortles.
Yeah, I guess, but I've never liked James Smith. I've never liked James Smith as a football player. I don't know, man. I just don't see that clutchness in them, man. He doesn't get shit done.
I know what you're saying. I like him, but he's not. He hasn't shown. He's only like 23, 24 years old. The Eagles have shown they're arguably the best defense in the league. Them, the Vikings, or the Jaguars.
People are writing them off, which I don't. I'm writing them off, which I don't understand because they just won the Super Bowl and they haven't lost since last year.
I still think the Jags have the best defense, but Philly and the Vikings are fighting for that number 2 spot. Those 3 defenses right now, you can make a case that any one of them is
Bears has got to be up there too.
Bears is top 5 right now for sure.
And the Jets played amazing defense.
Yeah, even though Aaron Rodgers shredded the Bears in the second half, I think if Khalil Mack had more time to game plan and get into game shape, he wouldn't
have done more than what he just did. That was like
no. I know he did great, but I think he just kind of lost gas in the second half. Imagine what he would have done if he had been in all the training camp. He would have had possibly two halves like that. He had an amazing game. That's the best game. It'll be hard to top that game for any defensive player this year, and he did it in one half. Raiders, you fucked up. Yeah, so that's what we got. I got Philly straight up, Philly to cover that -3 spread. All right, we got Texans at Titans. Who do you got? And the Texans are favored -2, so Titans +2.
Texans to win and Texans to cover the spread.
Yeah, I got Texans to win straight up. It's a tough game because the Texans' O-line is so bad.
Sean can move enough that he can make things happen.
It's true. And I don't trust the Titans like the Titans got Jarrell Casey on that line, but I don't trust the pass rush enough to take them after they just lost to the Miami Dolphins, which I know was delayed and it obviously messed with the momentum, but it also messed with the Dolphins' momentum too. I'm taking the Texans to win and the Texans to cover that -2 spread. Just because that defense that the Texans have with the pass rush is really good. It's great. Clowney, Merciless, J.J. Watt, Deshaun Watson's shown, well, he's still coming back from the injury. He's still got to show that he's all there, but I think he still has it. He still had a burst of speed, and we know he could throw the ball. They have Hopkins. Lamar Miller is like 5th in rushing right now. So after week 1, I'm taking Titans. Texans to straight up and spread. Now, this is probably game of the week. Patriots at Jaguars. Wait, is it at Jags?
It's at Jags.
Wow.
Because in the playoffs, it was in New England, so this changes things.
Patriots for some reason I thought it was at Foxborough. No, it's Patriots at Jags.
I got Jacksonville to win straight up.
Yeah?
Their defense looked ridiculous.
I thought you were thinking taking Tom and the boys. I'm ready. You got Jacksonville?
Jacksonville.
Yeah, you told me that. And it's a +1 spread for Jacksonville.
One thing that worries me.
Do you think Jacksonville will win by 2 or more?
Yeah.
I got Jacksonville straight up because of that defense. And I got Jacksonville to cover that +1 spread. And the thing is, really why I'm trusting this defense, because honestly, I think they could be a historically good defense. And the fact, who are they covering? They got to cover Gronk.
Oh, but the thing is,
that's it.
But they don't have anyone that can cover Gronk on their team, though. That's the problem. Jalen Ramsey's not going to line up with Gronk, so Jalen Ramsey's kind of like a non-factor.
Jalen Ramsey would probably cover him in the red zone.
Maybe. I don't think that's a smart lineup.
But Marshall, is that the one thing you say worries you?
Because they usually play with Jalen Ramsey to lock up the best offensive target on the team. Like Odell Beckham did nothing really last week.
Well, he had 100 yards, actually, but it seemed like he did nothing because he wasn't getting those big plays.
100 yards.
Yeah, it was a very quiet 100.
So then you can't really throw Jalen Ramsey on a receiver because you put him on Gronk. It's a tough miss. It's a tough matchup. And it just kind of messes up the flow of that defense, but I still think they're good enough that they will figure it out.
Yeah, and the thing is, man, you cover Gronk, you double team Gronk. Don't you trust AJ Boye to lock down Chris Hogan?
Yes.
Don't you trust AJ Boye if he's on what's his name? Philip Dorsett? Don't you trust Jalen Ramsey if he's outside on one of those guys? They're not going to do anything. The only guy they have to key on, put like a linebacker to shadow Gronk and then have a safety over top.
Yeah.
Basically double team him so you don't waste your best 2 coverage guys on him. Double team. That's how, and yeah, Brady makes people better, but it's going to be hard for Brady to find these guys. They're going to be locked up, man. Mm-hmm. So they lost Jeremy Hill's over the season. Rex Burkhead might not play. He's in concussion protocol. So they have James White and Sony Michel.
Edelman's still not there.
Edelman's not there. I just don't think they have enough firepower, man, to beat that defense. So yes, we're both taking them straight up and to cover that +1. Giants at Cowboys. Who do you got? It's an intriguing game, actually.
Cowboys.
Straight up,
Yeah, the Cowboys.
and it's a -3 spread for them.
According
to Vegas.
I think the Giants can cover that spread. I don't know. The spread's tough.
Yeah.
I wouldn't bet the spread on this one, to be honest. I wouldn't even touch it.
I'm taking Giants straight up, and I'm taking Giants to cover that +3 because it really came down to kind of like the New England game. The Giants showed their defense is not bad. Yes, they were playing against Blake Bortles, but it's decent. It's not horrible. The Cowboys' O-line's regressed, and they're losing Travis Frederick. Well, they've lost Travis Frederick. You key on Ezekiel Elliott, make Dak beat you with who? Who's Dak going to beat you with? He's underthrowing guys last week, plus the guys he was underthrowing aren't even weapons.
Shit.
Terrence Williams and Cole Beasley are your number 1 and 2?
Yeah. Don't they have Allen Hurts?
And Allen Hurts. Yeah. Allen Hurts hasn't been relevant for 3 years.
Yeah.
They're not, I went with the team who has more talent, like Odell Beckham and Saquon Barkley, Sterling Shepard, Evan Ingram. To me, I'm going with the team who I know is going to have a few explosive plays.
Yeah, but
you know,
that defense on the Cowboys is a hell of a lot better than Giants defense.
Yeah, I'd say it's better. I don't know about a hell of a lot. But yeah, Cowboys are home. We disagree on that. Lions at Niners.
Niners will win.
It's a -6 spread for the Niners.
And I think that San Fran will blow them out.
You think they're covering that spread?
They'll cover the spread.
Yeah, I got the Niners straight up and to cover that spread. Not really much to explain. Lions looked horrible. Stafford's overrated. Dolphins at Jets. Jets are favored -3.
Jets will win, and Jets will beat them pretty easily. Take them to cover the 3-point spread.
Yeah, Jets straight up, Jets to cover that spread. They got a lot of ball hawks on their defense, as we saw on Monday night. 4 picks.
Darnold looked pretty solid.
Darnold looked solid. One of the best rookie showings of week 1. And Isaiah Crowell, come on, man. Hey, if he could keep that up.
Yeah, OC Nunua played well.
Their O-line was giving a lot of protection to Darnold. Quincy Enunwa. Robbie Anderson had an explosive 40-yard play.
It'd be nice if he got more targets because he's definitely the best playmaker on that offense.
Yeah, he is an explosive player.
But, a rookie quarterback's just going to throw it to the first.
He's a Jets fan, by the way. I'm taking the Jets. I think they're just overall better on both sides of the ball. Vikings at Packers. This is an intriguing game. Packers are favored -1. But the thing is, we don't even know if Aaron Rodgers is playing.
I don't want to make a pick until I know what's going on with Aaron Rodgers. But if we're making a pick right now,
let's say, tell us what you do if he's playing, and tell us what you pick if he's not.
These odds are going to change if he's not playing.
That's true.
But if he's not playing,
then just do straight up for this one.
I'm taking, if he's not playing, the Vikings. If he's playing, Green Bay. He played hurt last week, and he played one of his best halves he's ever played in his life. So
he's also has to go against Harrison Smith, Andrew Sendejo, George Iloka, Xavier Rhodes, Anthony Barr, Everson Griffin, Daniil Hunter.
Okay, but he played the Bears though. Doesn't he play some boxes of shit?
Yeah, but man, the secondary in this team is significantly better than the Bears.
Pass rush isn't the same.
It's still very good. It's still amazing. One of the best in the league. I'm taking the Vikings straight up. I'm only going to pick this one straight up because I'm not going to say that. I don't know if they have the spread for Aaron Rodgers playing or not. So Vikings straight up. If Aaron Rodgers is playing, I'm taking the Vikings. And if Aaron Rodgers isn't playing, I'm still taking the Vikings. That defense is too good. Kirk Cousins balled out, and I think he might be a top 5 quarterback in the league this year statistically. Watch out. He's got some weapons now and a great team around him. That's my pick to go to the Super Bowl for the NFC is the Minnesota Vikings. Seattle Seahawks at Chicago Bears. Oh, actually, sorry, we'll start with Arizona Cardinals at Los Angeles Rams.
Okay. I got the Rams, and they're not going to, it's a -13 favorite. Don't take them with 13. Take Arizona to cover the spread. Those huge spreads are just hard to pick. I usually go with the team to cover. 13's huge.
So you're going Rams straight up,
yeah,
and Cardinals to cover that +13. I'm going Rams straight up, and if I had to pick, it's a divisional. The thing is, though, the quarterback issues. I'm gonna have to go Rams to cover that spread. Honestly, that -13, I wouldn't bet on it just because it's so huge, and they're all NFL players, so it's not a lot of blowouts. But Sam Bradford is your starting quarterback.
It's tough.
Um,
But it fits. Gerald always gets numbers, even with these boxes of shit thrown.
I know he does, but they might start Rosen. Like it's possible Rosen starts. He probably won't. I just don't trust Bradford to put up numbers, and I don't really trust Rosen to put up numbers until I see
David
it.
Johnson.
David Johnson will put up his numbers, but that's really all they have to key for. Stop the run, stop him from dumping it to Johnson, and then let Fitz beat you with a quarterback who's going to have a hard time getting him the ball. I'm thinking the Rams, like that front line with Sue and Donald, like they're gonna get so much pocket collapse onto whoever's playing quarterback, which is probably Bradford. He played like trash against the Redskins. Like, what is he gonna do when he's got those two monsters coming out?
Yeah, that's fair.
And Talib and Peters on the outside, I'm taking them to cover Rams to cover the spread. Rams straight up.
Laurinaitis still there? No.
Oh shit! No.
Long guy.
Will Smith, James Laurinaitis.
Bringing back the vets, boys. This is NFL Street.
Seattle Seahawks at Chicago Bears.
Bears.
-3.5 spread for Bears are favored.
Yeah, Bears will win straight up. Oh, it's a tough spread. It's a tough spread.
I'm taking Bears straight up, but I think the Seahawks will cover that +3.5 spread. I think it'll be 3 or less, honestly.
If I was to bet, I would bet Seattle to cover spread, but it's not one I would bet on.
The reason I'm taking the Bears is because that pass rush, Seattle O-line is not good. That pass rush is going to be in Russell Wilson's face all game long, man.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to have to use his feet, and I just don't see him. Like, he's a great quarterback. He's one of my favorite players, but I don't see them being able to handle that with the O-line they put out on
Jordan Howard's going to get dealt with a ring in that game. He's gonna get dealt with.
Jordan Howard?
He's got Khalil Mack problems.
Jordan Howard's on the Bears. Oh, are you talking about Chris Carson?
No, I thought we were talking about the match.
Yeah.
I'm so confused with what's going on here. I thought we were talking.
Why is Jordan Howard
Now
going
you're
to
talking about Seattle defense.
No, I'm talking about the Bears defense.
Oh, whoops. Okay, my bad. I thought we were talking about Seattle's defense.
No. Bears defense is going to give problems to that O-line of the Seahawks. And the O-line's trash. They have Dwayne Brown. That's about it.
No, Seattle's got what's his name? That middle linebacker.
No, I'm saying the Bears pass rush is going to crush the Seattle O-line.
Okay. Now
That's basically the reason why I'm taking them to win this game. Because they're going to be in his face all game.
Yeah. I understand.
They're not going to be able to run the ball either.
But the spread's tough.
Yes, I don't see Russell Wilson getting blown up.
No.
I see him losing by like a field goal or less. So yeah, we both agree on that one. That's our picks. Week 2, the 2018 NFL season. Sorry for no intro. Fuck it.
Did we do the Baltimore game?
Yeah, we did. All right, football fans, enjoy it, buddy. Peace.